Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of this Geoguessr, this special Geoguessr challenge where I was challenged by HCD 199, sorry, keep getting that mixed up. HCD 199 challenged me with this special set of challenges. Now, the eagle-eyed of you, or the eagle-eared of you, will notice that the last video had no outro, and the very eagle-eyed among you will notice that this video I've got 4 more points than I had last time. But if you watch the last one, you'll know at the end we started to get a few technical problems. I seem to be being plagued with those the last couple of videos. And funny enough, it all crashed. So, luckily, I recorded the last time. We had some decent guesses in there. I managed to get all that captured at least. And using that video, I went through and I managed to get pretty close again to the marks that I had before. So we just need to remember at the end. This is number 4 of 5. But we need to remember at the end I need to knock 4 points off whatever our total is going to be. So with that explanation out of the way of what went wrong, where the heck are we now? Okay. Now then, is this sent to throw me? So, Municipal Stadium of Los Angeles in Spanish. So obviously LA has a huge Spanish community. This is it's a running track and everything else, but I have to wonder if this is another Los Angeles that isn't the immediate one that you think of that might be in the States, because is that Spanish or is that Portuguese? I don't know enough about the difference between those two languages to let you know. But we'll have a look around, because I think we've picked another Los Angeles. I did see something in there that said Chile, or Chile if you're American. We call it Chile. So I mean, unless there are definitely Spanish neighbourhoods in Los Angeles, in various American cities, but I don't think they're this. 09, so we're not in the States. If we were in the States, the international number would be 01. So we're not in the US. So wave by Los Angeles, we're not anywhere near you. So let's jump out. Now I saw Chile somewhere, so I wonder. So there's a very tricky trick to play on me. There's a Los Angeles and Chile. So I wonder then, on pain, if we are somewhere down in here. Wow, this is built up. Wow, that's a dense built up area. No urban sprawl here. You build in the city or you get lost. Okay. I'm going to jump back to my start, because I'm pretty sure, I saw here. So I wonder if this is a nationwide, or if I'm being thrown, I don't know. So we're looking for a stadium. Was there a name to this stadium? Just the Municipal Stadium. And that should be on our map somewhere, one would hope. But it doesn't look that big or that impressive particularly. See if that was the mighty White Hart Lane, for instance. There's a clue. That would definitely be on the map if I was looking at London. I think we can just be spinning around here. Let's see if we can't get another clue somewhere with perhaps a bigger road or something like that. To be a bit more of a main road up this way. So let's continue up this way, because say if you remember from the last one, just have a look at this sign here. Yeah, that word no just threw me. I thought maybe if that was in English it might be, you know, I'd be double guessing myself again, but I don't think that's the case. I'm looking at the vehicles and that sort of thing. If that wasn't blurred, we'd have a definite idea. Oh, it's disappeared. That was no good. What does this sign say here? Okay, they're going to build a park by the look of that. That doesn't really help me in terms of a location within the city. I'm reasonably determined to get somewhere close on this one. Well, I think we could have got a lot closer on the Tasmania one that we had last time, but unfortunately the internet started to play up, and I was trying to move and it just wasn't letting me move. It was just getting white screened, and in the end I just had to drop a mark. But the trouble is, this looks quite residential. Oh, is it even stopped here? Just going to have to come up with this one. If I can just find a main road, or a road with a number on it. If I can see which one of these main roads is coming in. If I can get anywhere around there, that will give me an idea. Because looking for that, I'm going to be here all day and all night. So let's come down here. We seem to be very residential here. None of which is particularly helping me. Like I say, you need a main road or a sign, or something like that, which would help us. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go immediately for Los Angeles, and I'm glad I went the right way to see the word Chile on that sign. I'm glad Los Angeles is a relatively large town or city in Chile that you can quite easily see it on the map. I think I'm just going around in circles here, and I'm coming back to this kind of part. There's a road sign. Let's see what that says. If we can, oh no, it's that same no sign. So let's go past that one. See, a Cola Pora Prat. It's a bus stop. See, I don't know, that might just be stay left, for all I know. Or one-way road or something like that. It might be an area in the city, but it doesn't seem to be anything that's immediately on there. If only I had paid attention in my language classes. That wouldn't help me because I took French and German, but it's not the point. I should have still paid attention, and I might have been slightly better off than what I'm doing here. Nope, need to keep going. There's some lights and perhaps more main road up here. So yeah, this Cola again. So I'm wondering, is that a district in the city or is that another town? If we come out, is that a town on the outskirts? So that is something very different here. I mean, look at this. It's just completely built in there. If this was any other country in the world, almost, there'd be urban sprawl. There'd be spreading out. You know, one town moves into another. Here, no. Stick everything in it. It's almost like they built walls around the outside of the city, and they weren't going to let anybody come out from there. Okay, let's just keep moving, because I'm determined, since I was set the challenge, I'm determined to do as well as I can. So here's a couple. Here's a main road. So if one of these roads wants to have a number or something like that, that would be perfect for me. If Google wouldn't blank out all the signs, that would be even better. But they're not going to do that for me. Supermarket, is that going to be on the map? No, of course it isn't. No, I don't see much coming down or up this road. I was hoping, so even if we go past and then turn around to see if there's a sign, I don't think there is very much. I think you're just expected to know where you are. There's no signs, there's no anything to tell me this way for this or that way for that. Which is a bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer indeed. Right. That was our bus stop and our sign again. So this is quite an impressive building, which might be on the map if, you know, if it was a government building or something like that. Okay, fares come to town. And yeah, I don't think, unfortunately, the road markings and that sort of thing aren't really conducive to me being able to narrow down wherever anything is. And I mean, there's some imagery you'd see, well, you see that in Spain, Portugal and South America. You don't really see that anywhere else, that kind of influence. Nope, I don't think I'm going to be able to narrow anything down, so another quick scan around. Let's come out a little bit. Just want to see if I can see a stadium. Get some parking, which doesn't help. Nope, don't seem to have any home centre, a clinic. Even zooming in on the green spaces, it doesn't particularly tell us what they are. Is that Lady of the Perpetual Sorrow? I'm going to guess it probably is. That's a big church. I wonder if that was that big church. I wonder if that was that huge building that we saw there, or maybe the Thomas Jefferson building was that big building that we saw there. Again, if I zoomed in and went around this map close enough, we might see that stadium, the municipal stadium. Then again, we might not. So I think we're on the outskirts. We're probably in a residential part of the outskirts, so the industrial part of town seems to be down this side. The more dense residential part seems to be over here. So I'm going to drop my mark into the slap bang in the middle of the residential part. We could be anywhere. We could be down here. We might not even be this Los Angeles. Who knows? But let's make our guess and let's see how we did. Wow, not bad. About a kilometre away. Oh, Estadio Fiscal. Maybe that's our stadium here. It must be, in fact. So it wasn't called Estadio Municipal. It was the Estadio Fiscal. If that had been on the outside, we might have had a decent chance of finding where we were. When the road signs and that sort of thing, when they're not in English, it's very, very difficult to find. But I am very, very pleased with that guess again. Another 6,398. It's going to be 20,318 because we've got to knock our 4 off. This could be our best ever score. 22,500 I think is around my mark for some of these at the moment. But we've had some pretty excellent guesses. This has been some very interesting stuff set by HCD 199. I'm really, really pleased that we took this on, that this was sent over for us. Gladstone. Immediately, and I can't think why because I'm an idiot, immediately makes me think Australia. Explorer, Gladstone. Politician, explorer. Wow, ignorance. Ignorance from me, sorry folks. So we've got another residential place and we're in the English speaking part of the world again. And if that hydrant wasn't in the way, I could see that phone number and I might have an idea. 250, okay, that doesn't help me. 250-361-3773, no. Don't help me. Blocked out her ear, but not her face. Well done there, Google. Top notch. Wow, that's an odd piece of architecture. That isn't something you normally see. That's really thrown me. This, where on earth? I mean, these are pretty unusual. Where the heck? Where? Well, we're going to have to go up the road and have a look. 30 kilometres an hour, so we're not in the States. I was thinking that some of that looked a bit kind of New Orleans, maybe. I think we're Australia. Balmoral Road. Yeah, I mean, we're certainly Australia then. Gladstone and Balmoral and that sort of thing. Let's see if that truck's going to say anything useful for us. oldvictoriawater.com. So we're going to be in Victoria. Maybe somewhere in Victoria? Or is that too kind of obvious? Is there perhaps a Victoria as a town or a city somewhere else? I don't think I can base too much on that. So let's keep going here. These are pretty awesome. Way to go, municipal authority, whoever did that, whoever's choice that was to pay and get that done. Well done to you. What does this sign say here? It's behind a tree. Oh, that's so not helping. Okay, so we're coming up the road again here. We know we're in Australia. Royal Arms Apartments, no, tell me where you are. Devon, don't give me a town or anything because that'd be useful. Shell Garage, at least it would be being that colour in the UK. Yep. We'll select Shell, much the same. They get everywhere. Carberry Gardens. So I can't pick up anything off these signs, you see. The only clue that we've seen is that Victoria. I mean, the fact that we're in Australia, of course. I mean, Stanley Avenue and that sort of thing. Bus back there. I wonder if he's got anything on him. Tremaine vacancy. So in a residential part of a town or a city in Oz, but narrowing it. That's our problem. Of course, we could be in New Zealand for all I know. What's that sign behind there? So lots of vacancies around here. But there seem to be sort of hotels or places like that. Oops. I don't know if this is like a tourist area or somewhere that's just got an awful lot of places to let. It's a nice big road here, so maybe we might see a sign if we keep barreling up the road a bit. Let's just go up the road and we'll see if we can see a sign and see if we can find somewhere to go. Maison Fayad, no help. So again, why not have some street signs? Why not put a sign up? Tell people where to go. Douglas Street, Sura. That's the name of the place. Douglas Street. You're not helping. You're really, really not helping. BC Transit. BC. Okay, now I'm confused. Because the BC that I know would be British Columbia in Canada. But have I been making a fool of myself all this time? It's more than possible. Wouldn't be the first time it's happened, certainly. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oak Bay Medical Clinic. So we might be somewhere called Oak Bay. So what I need realistically now to save my idiocy is an internet address on something. So I can see if it ends .au or .ca. Harry's Flowers. See, that's an Aussie name, that is. Harry's Flowers. Jubilee. Oh man. Come on, someone give me something. We're certainly in a place called Oak Bay. The trouble is I don't know what country we're in because I've managed to completely throw myself. Custom upholstery. Do you have an email? No. Why wouldn't you have a website? Everybody has websites. How difficult do you think it would be to know which country you were in? Apparently, very difficult. Let's come out of here. Let's get up to Canada. Let's get into British Columbia. See if there's anywhere called Oak Bay, just as we're floating around. Because obviously, if there is, then that might save me being, you know, a bit more stupid. You would think somewhere called Oak Bay would be relatively on the coast, wouldn't you? Hence the word bay. See Victoria, you see. Oak Bay in Victoria. How long was I in the wrong country for? 8, 9 minutes? Oh, it's Australia, look. Look at all the names. Gladstone, it's Australian. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, let's go back to our start location. Oak Bay is a district in Victoria. Holy cow. Right, Fernwood, well, we're not going to find that, are we? We need to get a nice road name or something like that. Holy rubbish. Right, Fernwood Road. Not a big enough road to be on there in its own right. What's this main road that's running through here? That could have been Gladstone Avenue. Yeah, because it's in Australia. I'm going to look up Gladstone. It's going to be the first thing I do as soon as I finish this video. I'm sure Gladstone was an explorer and I'm sure he went around Australia, but perhaps I'm obviously being confused or stupid. What is this? It's a high school. Whoops. So we're getting lots of side roads, Fernwood and that sort of thing. If we zoom in here, we might pick one of these up if we're lucky. We might pick up the school. See the liquor store, we'd find that alright. Redfern, did we see that? No, it was Fernwood, wasn't it? Nope. Okay, so have to keep going up the streets. See if we can get to a main road. It's got a nice big road. Pandon and Fernwood. Foul Bay Road, there's a name. There's a name for you. Right, come on, let's find these roads and we can stick our marker down, get our points, and then still be slightly embarrassed because we thought this was Australia for about 10 minutes. Come on, come on, come on. Well, I can't see any of these roads, folks, which is... And how big a part is Oak Bay? Does it cover all of this part, do we think? Pandora, was that a road we were on? Pandora Avenue here. So, zoom in. Fenwood Road, right in the middle of where we were. Look at that. So, let's go back to our start location. That is Fernwood. What road is that coming out to? Gladstone. Oh, I should remember Gladstone, really. Source of my embarrassment. So Yates and Fort, Rodlin, Pandora, Grant, Vining, Gladstone, running along here. So there's our Victoria High School. So we come back, we're 2 bits down. Belfry Theatre, I wondered if the inn was anywhere. I wonder if that, well, I'm wondering then if that's the Belfry Theatre sitting there, which I think it probably is. Fernwood Inn is here. There's the Fernwood Inn. So, our start location has the Fernwood Inn on our right hand side, overlooking the theatre here. So we are back here, we are in there, because at the moment we're looking up this way. The theatre's here. That strange architecture of the theatre. The Fernwood Inn is here. Let's take our points and save my blushes. 0.014. I will take that. I started here. Wow. How many thousands of miles away? Alright, apparently we're off the road somewhere here. 6,478 points. Do you know what, folks? That was a really good challenge. HCD199, you did us proud. You found some really interesting places, and you nearly threw me off a good couple of times, particularly that last one. But the Chile one as well. Yeah, some really good stuff here. But 12,000 was your suggested mark for me. I think it's safe to say we managed to get through that today. So our total is going to be, wow, 26,800. Obviously we've got to knock 4 off of that because of our technical issues, so 26,796 was our final mark. I did get the wrong country for one of them. We wound up in Lesotho. I thought it was South Africa, but everywhere else we're pretty much there or thereabouts. So I hope you enjoyed that one, folks. I certainly did. If you enjoyed these two, click like, click favourite, click subscribe, click everything that you like to click as far as YouTube goes. A big thanks to HCD199. Thank you very much for that. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did as well. Yeah. So 26,800. Check the descriptions. It's a bit late if you've watched this now, but check the descriptions. I'll put the challenge tag or the link both for the Geoguessr site and this particular challenge in the descriptions of both videos. So if you want to try that out before you watch this, I should have said this at the start really, not at the end, but if you want to try it out and see how you do, then go for that as well. Everybody, thank you very much indeed. Like I say, folks, hope you enjoyed that. My name's been Untogether, and I will see you for the next time.